Good morning, dear students. Myself, Gaurav Kumar Thakur. I will take today's Science and Technology Part 1, Chapter number 9, Carbon Compounds. So, student, we already know that there are 118 elements in this earth, but we have to study about only carbon. So, we have to think that why carbon is so special. क्या आप लोगों को पता है कि बहुत सारे एलिमेंट हैं 118, बट इसमें सिर्फ हमें क्या करना है, कार्बन ही क्यों स्टडी करना है, कार्बन में से क्या स्पेशल है. So in this chapter we study about the detailed part of this lesson like carbon compounds. So student, you can see in carbon compounds we will study about the bonds in carbon compounds. Next part, carbon is a versatile element, hydrocarbon and functional group, nomenclature of carbon compounds, homologous series, chemical properties of carbon compounds, and last part of this lesson is macromolecules and polymers. Student, you can see the different types of object like foodstuff, fibers, paper, medicines, wood and fuel. So these all objects are made up of the different types of compound. So first student, we have to study about what is compound. So student, what is compound? So you can see compound, we already know the definition from 9th standard. Compound is made up of two or more elements with a fixed ratio with chemically. So take one example like simple molecular formula of water is H2O. So you can see in this example H2O, there are two elements, one is hydrogen and second one is oxygen, and the ratio is hydrogen, that is 2 and oxygen is 1. So ratio is 2:1. It is a fixed ratio, that is water. So student, in this part we have to study about carbon and next part is compound. So carbon, we already know that the different parts carbon, their special properties, and compound is when two or more elements combine with a fixed ratio with chemically is known as a compound. So that's why this chapter name is carbon compounds. So student, you can see the different types of object like foodstuff, fiber, paper, medicines, wood and fuels. All these things contain one special element, that is a carbon. So carbon is very important element, and you can see the compounds. So already we know that what is compounds. Again we can revise one time. What is compound, student? When two or more elements combine with a fixed ratio with chemically, that is known as a compound. So student, compounds are classified into two types. One is organic and second one is inorganic. So one is organic and second inorganic. So student, what is organic compound? What is so special about organic compound? And next part is inorganic compound. So organic compound, student, which contain the essential element, that is carbon, but organic compound also contains some other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. But student, the main element in organic compound is carbon. And next part is inorganic compound. So you can see in this slide also a very essential element in all the organic compound is carbon. But student, you know that previously it was believed that organic compounds are directly or indirectly obtained from living organism. So what are the living organisms? We already know that from our primary standard, that is plants and animals. So it was believed that all the organic compounds are derived from either plants and animals. But what do you think? It was correct? No. There's some myth, and it was scientifically proved by the one famous scientist, name was Holler, who explained that, name of the scientist is Holler, who explained that and proved that we can synthesize organic compound in lab also. You can see one example like urea. So urea, we know that nitrogen waste material always released from the human beings, that is an organic thing and it is a living thing. But Holler synthesized ammonium by using the ammonium cyanide and converted into the urea. So inorganic compound to organic compound, that is urea. And student, always remember that urea having the molecular formula for your standard. You can study about this for your knowledge, NH2CO and NH2. So this is a molecular formula of urea. But remember that urea is organic compound. But scientists name was Holler, who synthesized this urea by using the inorganic substance like ammonium cyanide in a lab. So the modern science and modern definition of organic compound is all the organic compound contain the constituent element, the essential element, that is a carbon, but some other element also like hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. So all the compounds having the main element, that is a carbon. But student, always remember that there is some exception case also, but that वन डेफिनेशन, जैसे मैं आपको पहले बताया कि हर एक ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड में क्या होता है, कार्बन होता है, बट ऐसा ये कंपलसरी नहीं है. यू कैन टेक सम एग्जांपल लाइक कार्बोनेट सॉल्ट्स. सो व्हाट आर द कार्बोनेट सॉल्ट्स? लाइक सोडियम कार्बोनेट, that is Na2CO3, sodium carbonate. So in this sodium carbonate, student, you can see there is a carbon, but according to new definition it should be the organic compound, but this one is inorganic compound. Some other example like sodium bicarbonate, NaCO3, that is sodium bicarbonate. Some other example you can see like carbon dioxide. You know that what is carbon dioxide? Always we require oxygen for respiration and we release carbon dioxide. So molecular formula of carbon dioxide is CO2, and again you can see in this molecular formula there is a carbon, C for carbon, di for 2 and oxygen for oxide, carbon dioxide. Second example like carbon monoxide, mono means single, one, carbon monoxide. So all these are example of that all the compound contain carbon, but it is not an organic compound, it is inorganic compound. So always remember that there is always exception, that the new definition of organic compound is all the organic compound contain carbon as the main element, but they again you can see in this example also some example like sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, all the compound contain carbon, but it is not an organic compound, it is inorganic compound. So student, we have to start with why carbon. You know that student, in our body there is just 70% our body is made up of carbon, and in earth crust only 0.02% carbon. In earth crust we know that all the metals, non-metals, everything we derive from the earth crust, but remember that carbon present only 0.02% in earth crust. But why so special about carbon? So our body is made up of 70%, that is a carbon. So element and remember that in earth crust always element combine in two forms. One is in free state, second one is combined state. So carbon present in both the state. One in free state is also called native state, and combined form. So in free state, student, carbon present like a diamond, and second one is graphite. So diamond, we know that diamond is very costly. Always it present in a free state. It is only made up of only one element, that is a carbon. And graphite and diamond is the allotrope of carbon, it is made up of the carbon. So all these two elements is present in free state, and in combined form, carbon present in combined form in carbonate form. So carbonate, already we know that all the elements present basically in earth crust three form. One is carbonate, which contain the carbon, second sulfide, which contain the sulfur, and third, that is oxide. So carbon present in free state. In free state, examples are diamond and graphite, and combined form carbonate, that is a CO3. So remember that always student, all the elements, all the metals always present in free state as well as a combined state. So you have to remember about the carbon. So carbon in free state like diamond and graphite, and that is allotrope of carbon only, which is made up of only one element. And second example in combined form, that is a carbonate, that is CO3. That is very important part. We have to remember that in modern periodic table, we know that in modern periodic table there are 118 element. Second chapter already you heard about in modern periodic table. There are 118 element, 18 groups, and 7 period. So you can see in this modern periodic table, carbon present in which group? In 14 group, and atomic mass of carbon is, that is 12. Approximately that is 12, and that is correct. If you want to know that correct atomic mass of carbon is, that is 12.011. But we have to take whole numbers. That's why atomic mass number is that is 12. So we can represent carbon, that is atomic number is 6 and atomic mass is 12. So carbon present in modern periodic table second period and 14 group. That is very important question. You have to remember this thing. This type of question will come in your like MCQ type of question, and that is very important. So again I am repeating that carbon, that is atomic mass is 12 and atomic number is 6. In modern periodic table it is present in 14 group and second period. The next part of this lesson is bonds in carbon compounds. So student, what is the bond? Why we have to study about the bond? So remember that whenever there is a relation between two elements, one and second, like water H2O. So one element is hydrogen, second one is oxygen. So always there is a bond in between hydrogen and oxygen. So student, what is chemical bond? So there is very simple answer. You have to remember that the bonds formed by in chemical compound due to the force of attraction. Force of attraction means one is element like hydrogen, second one is oxygen. So always there is a force of attraction between the atoms, ions and molecules are called chemical compounds. Atoms, ions and molecule. Many of the student having the confusion कि क्या difference है atoms में, ions में और molecules में. So remember that ये आपको 10 से आपको पता रहना चाहिए कि अगर आप 11th में जाते हो तो आइटम्स, आयन और मॉलिक्यूल में क्या डिफरेंस है ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. सो अगेन फर्स्ट हम लोग देखते हैं कि आइटम्स, मॉलिक्यूल्स एंड आयन में क्या डिफरेंस है. So student, we heard about many times that we have to write the hydrogen atom. So take one example of items like hydrogen. So hydrogen we can represent H. Nitrogen like N. That is a symbol. Oxygen O. So that is items. Next one is ions. So what is ions? We know that there are two types of ions. That is positive ions and negative ions. Yes, correct. So ions, that is one like sodium. So sodium, that is a plus ion, hydrogen H plus, chlorine Cl minus. So whenever there is a charge like positive charge and negative charge, that time we can say that it is ion. So that is a positive ions. Positive ions is also known as cation and negative ion is known as anion. So next part is molecules. So what is molecules? So when two atoms combine together, like we can say that hydrogen is a diatomic molecule, H and H, that is H2 molecule. Second, chlorine, that is halogen, is also diatomic molecule, Cl2 and O2. So student, again I am repeating what is chemical bond. The bond formed in chemical compounds due to the force of attraction between atoms, ions and molecules are called chemical bond. So again मुझे को पता चल चुका है कि आपको atoms, ions और molecule का difference पता चल चुका है. Again I am repeating the same thing that items like hydrogen without no charge, single, we can represent symbol like hydrogen H, nitrogen N and oxygen O. Ions, we know that ions, positive ions and negative ions. Positive ions is also called cations and negative ions known as anions. So like sodium N plus, cation, hydrogen H plus, chlorine, that is a halogen, Cl minus, that is an anion. Positive ions and negative ions. And last one is molecules. So what is molecules? When atoms combine together like diatomic molecule, di means 2, H2, Cl2 and O2. So there is always force of attraction between atoms, ions and molecules are called chemical bond. So student, chemical bonds are basically two type. One is, you can see in slide also, one is ionic bond and second one is covalent bond. So we have to study about step by step what is chemical bond. So first one is ionic bond and second one is covalent bond. So first one is ionic bond. आप already देख सकते हो, ionic means formation of ions. Already previously we thought I already explained you that positive ions and negative ions means there is a formation of ions. and covalent bond we will study later. First we have to discuss about ionic bond. To take very simple example, that is salt. So which salt? Sodium chloride. You can see in slide also that is a sodium. We know that sodium atomic number is 11. So we have to study about detail. First one is ionic bond. Ionic bond. So take one example first, sodium chloride means NaCl. So NaCl is a compound that is made up of two elements. One is sodium and second one is chlorine. So sodium atomic number is 11. We do the electronic configuration. That is 281. You can see slide in also slide. There is a first cell contain 2 electrons, second 8, and third one is 1 electron. And second element is chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17. We have to do electronic configuration. That is 2, 8, 7. So student, always every element want to complete their octet. For this, either they can donate electron or gain electron. So you can see in this example sodium. Sodium contains 1 electron in their outermost shell, and whereas the chlorine contains 7 electron in outermost shell. So sodium want to donate 1 electron to complete their octet. Again you have two options. One, either they can donate 1 electron or gain 7 electron. So if you see, there is a 1 electron, क्या है ज़्यादा simple है donate करना. So sodium will donate 1 electron to chlorine. So you can see in slide also, sodium will donate 1 electron to chlorine. So it will become Na, that is electronic configuration will become 2,8 because 1 electron donated by the sodium to chlorine. So whenever any element donate electron, that is a positive ions, that is a cations, and chlorine require 1 electron, so it becomes 288. Now you can see outermost shell are completely filled, 288. That is a chlorine, that is negative ion because chlorine require 1 electron to complete their octet, and that's why they form the NaCl. So this bond is known as ionic bond. So we can say that in simply the transfer of electron from metal to non-metal. Always any element will donate electron is called metals. An element require electron to complete their octet is called non-metal. So transfer of electron from metal to non-metal, that is bond. This type of bond is known as ionic bond. So you can see the another definition. We can say that the bond formed by the transfer of one or more electron from one atom to other atom by gaining or losing the electron. So in this example, sodium will lose 1 electron, and whereas the chlorine will gain 1 electron. So there is a formation of bond, and that type of bond is known as ionic bond, and the compound, that compound will known as ionic compound. So that's why sodium chloride is an ionic compound. So student, what is the some special properties about ionic compound? We know that already you completed this part in previous lesson. What are the properties of ionic compound? So at least we have to study about 2-3 properties of ionic compounds. So first, ionic compound, before going for that part, first understand that what is covalent bond. So next one is covalent bond. Covalent. Co means cooperation, valence, valency. So there is always sharing of electron. The bond formed by the sharing of electron between the atoms are called covalent bond. So you can see this example in slide also, like ammonia. So what is the molecular formula for ammonia? That is NH3. Ammonia is NH3. We know that atomic number of nitrogen is 7. Do electronic configuration. You will find 2 and 5. So outermost shell contain 5 electron, and already we know that 5 means they require 3 electrons to complete their octet. And second element is that is hydrogen. Hydrogen atomic number is 1. So how many hydrogen? 3 hydrogen. So you can see in this figure, nitrogen require how many electron total? 1, 2 and 3. 3 electron required, and hydrogen 1. So 1, 1 and 1. So now you can see there is a sharing of electron. So always there is a sharing of electron. That's why this type of bond is known as covalent bond. Sharing of electron. So in this part, hydrogen will share with nitrogen one electron. So one single bond, single bond, single bond. So this type of bonding is known as covalent bond. And there is a single sharing of electron. That's why it's called single covalent bond. Single covalent bond. So we'll study about this thing in detail. Some other example also. Now NaCl. So already we know that. मैंने आपको अभी जैसे बताया था, we have to study about some properties of ionic compounds. So student, we saw that ionic compounds having thus positive ions and negative ions. There is a formation of ions. So what happen whenever they dissolve in water or they are in molten state? So that time they are able to conduct heat and electricity. Because take one example like NaCl, sodium chloride in solution. You can see in slide also NaCl when dissolve in water, that time whenever any compound dissolve in water means that is known as aqueous solution, and that time it produce two ions, that is Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus and Cl minus. So Na plus ion is known as cation and Cl minus is known as anion. So whenever there is a formation of ion and migration of ion will take place, that time they are able to conduct heat and electricity. So we can say that ionic compounds are able to conduct heat and electricity. So in always remember that, but one important thing that whenever they are present in aqueous state or molten state, but not in a solid form, because there is no motion of ions. So always whenever sodium chloride like NaCl, MgCl2, all the salts when dissolve in water or they are in molten state, that time they can conduct heat and electricity because they can form ions, that is cations and anions. Some other examples you can remember that ionic compounds are always soluble in water. Why ionic compounds are soluble in water? You remember that one important thing that dissolves like dissolve. जो जैसा होता है उसमें मिक्स हो जाता है. एंड अगेन प्रोवर्ब आपने सुना रहेगा हिंदी में, लोहा लोहे को काटता है, तो जैसा होता है उसमें मिक्स होता है. तो सेम वे लाइक water. So water means that is HOH, H2O. So that is H plus and OH minus ion. It is a two ions plus positive ions and negative ions. And like NaCl, Na plus and Cl minus. So both, that is plus and minus, positive ions and negative ions. Similarly salt, Na plus and Cl minus. So all the ionic compounds are soluble in water because they contain the ions. So now you can see some examples like in carbon compounds. So structure of the most of the carbon compound lack ionic bonds. Why? You can see in some figure also sodium chloride are able to conduct electricity. Copper sulfate also, that is CuSO4. CuSO4. In slide also you can see they are able to conduct heat and electricity because plus and minus ion, formation of ions. But what about glucose and urea? So glucose and urea, that is covalent bond, which contain the covalent bond, are not able to conduct heat and electricity. So what are the reason? We have to think about that कि ये जो कार्बन कंपाउंड्स है which contain the covalent bond are not able to conduct heat and electricity, whereas the ionic bond which contain the ionic bond are able to conduct heat and electricity. The reason is that you can see sodium chloride NaCl which contain Na plus ion and Cl minus ion, means there is a formation of ion. But what about glucose and urea? So student, first we have to remember that what is the molecular formula of glucose? Glucose, that is C6H12O6. So there is no formation of any positive ions and negative ions. So that's why you can see in slide also the heading is that structure of the most of the carbon compound lack ionic bonds because there is no formation of ions. Second example you can see like urea. So urea again a nitrogen waste material of the human beings and the molecular formula is NH2CO NH2. So no, there is no ions either positive or negative. So that's why most of the carbon compounds lack ionic bonds and that's why they are not able to conduct heat and electricity. That is the most important concept. We have to remember that ionic compound are always soluble in water because they form the ions, whereas covalent compound are not able to form any ions. That's why mostly they are insoluble in water. Next part is very important. What is the covalency of carbon? So student, now you can see in the left hand side, there are some keywords. So already we discussed that what is compound. Next chemical bond already we completed. Ionic bond already completed, and covalent bond. It is the most important we have to discuss about valency. So what is valency? First we have to study in detail that is carbon, because the lesson name is carbon compounds. So carbon, that is atomic number is 6, do electronic configuration 2 and 4. So carbon require 4 electron to complete their octet. So in this part either they can donate 4 electron or gain 4 electron. But student, कार्बन इज ए स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ एलिमेंट, आपको मैंने पहले बताया था, ये 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट भी नहीं कर सकता ना 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन भी कर सकता है. द रीजन इज दैट वी हैव टू स्टडी अबाउट इन डिटेल लाइक कार्बन. So carbon in center, that is positive charge, and first cell contain how many electron? 2 electron. So we have to draw the structure, that is 1 and 2. In second cell there is a 4 electrons. So again 1, 2, 3 and 4. So student, you can just understand. Remember that center is positive charge and outermost cell is negative charge. So there is a always, you remember that opposite charges always attract each other. So in center that is positive charge and outermost cell contain electrons. So the distance between center to outermost cell is very less. So what happen? Carbon cannot lose the electron. They require maximum energy to lose the electron. अभी क्या होता है, कार्बन के सेंटर में प्लस है, बाहर क्या है, नेगेटिव चार्ज इलेक्ट्रॉन है. तो हमेशा आपको पता है अपोजिट चार्जेस ऑलवेज अट्रैक्ट ईच अदर, आपस में अट्रैक्शन होता है. दैट्स व्हाई दे कैन नॉट लूज द इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो व्हेनेवर एनी एलिमेंट कैन नॉट लूज द इलेक्ट्रॉन, इट बिहेव लाइक अ नॉन मेटल, वी नो दैट. बट व्हाट हैपन, नॉन मेटल ऑलवेज गेन इलेक्ट्रॉन. तो इसमें ना तो डोनेट कर सकता है ना तो गेन कर सकता है. व्हाई? बिकॉज आपने अभी देखा इन सेंटर दैट इज पॉजिटिव चार्ज and outermost cell is negative charge. So that time carbon cannot lose the electron because there is a force of attraction between center that is positive charge and outermost cell is electron that is negative charge. So that time maximum energy required to remove the electron. So that why carbon cannot donate 4 electrons. Now second, cannot lose 4 electron. Second case, that is a case number 1. Case 2, again you can see center is positive charge and outermost cell contain 4 electron. Means total how many electron require? 4 electron to complete their octet. So 6 plus 4, total 10 electron. Center is positive charge and outermost cell is 10 electrons. Again it is impossible because you remember that negative charge always same charges क्या होता है, repulsion. So that time it is not possible to form C4 minus ion. So carbon cannot donate electron and also cannot gain electron. So only one option is sharing of electrons. So always remember that carbon always share the electron with other element. So that's why valency of carbon is 4 because they can share how many electrons? 4 electrons. So that's why valency of carbon is 4. So what is valency? Every element want to complete their octet. For this either they can donate electron or gain electron. In simple word, हर एक एलिमेंट को क्या होता है, अपना आउटरमोस्ट सेल कंप्लीट करना होता है. इसके लिए या तो 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन वो डोनेट करेंगे या तो 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करेंगे, या तो इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करना है या तो गेन करना है. एंड दैट नंबर इज कॉल्ड वैलेंसी. सो दैट्स व्हाई वैलेंसी ऑफ कार्बन इज 4. टेक अनदर एग्जांपल ऑफ वैलेंसी. अगर आपको समझना है तो यू कैन टेक अनदर एग्जांपल लाइक सोडियम. बेस्ट एग्जांपल, दैट इज अ सोडियम. सोडियम एटॉमिक नंबर इज 11. डू इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फिगरेशन अगेन 2, 8, 1. So student, you can see in outermost cell there is 1 electron. They require 7 electron to complete their octet. So which one is simple? Either they can donate 1 electron or gain 7 electron. So they will donate 1 electron. So that's why their valency is 1. Take another example of valency, that is chlorine. Atomic number is 17. Already हमने पहले देखा हुआ है. do electronic configuration 2, 8, 7. So chlorine contains 7 electrons in their outermost shell. They require 1 electron to complete their octet. So maximum student having the doubt that the number is called their valency, but it is wrong. Always remember that number means every element want to complete their octet. For this either they can donate electron or gain electron, and that number means they contain 7 electron in their outermost shell, means they require 1 electron to complete their octet. So that's why their valency is again 1. So sodium having valency 1, chlorine also having the valency 1. The difference is that sodium will donate electron to complete their octet, whereas the chlorine requires 1 electron to complete their octet. That's why their valency is 1. So that's why it is negative charge and this one is positive charge. So hope you understood the concept of valency. So again I am repeating last time, that is what is the definition of valency. So every element want to complete their octet. For this either they can donate electron or gain electron, and that number is called valency in simple word. So carbon contain 4 electron in their outermost shell. For that thing they cannot donate electron or cannot gain electron. So only one option is that they can share the electron. So that's why the valency of carbon is 4. And it is very important question. Remember that this type of question will come in your MCQ type of question, multiple choice question. What is the valency of carbon? So unique nature of carbon, that remember that carbon having this small size, because electronic configuration is 2, 4. So you can see the atomic radius of carbon is very small. So why having the very small size? Again we can understand by using the electronic configuration. Carbon atomic number is 6. Again we have to do electronic configuration, that is 2 and 4. We can draw the figure. In center that is a positive charge, that is a proton, and outermost shell that is an electron, that is a negative charge. How many electrons? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what is atomic size? The distance between center to outermost shell is called atomic radius. So you can see only 2 outermost shell present, 2 outermost shell. So that's why atomic radius is very less. Atomic radius is very less. So that's why carbon having the very small size. Next point is that they cannot form the strong covalent bond with other atoms. It form maximum number of compounds. So remember that only the carbon, total 118 element, but the maximum number of compound formed by the carbon, that is unique property. And carbon, you know that in our body 70% of our body is made up of carbon only, like proteins, fats, carbohydrate, nucleic acid like DNA and RNA, all the thing is made up of carbon. So how can you prove that, student? Like carbohydrate, glucose, one example, that is carbohydrate is glucose, C6H12O6. So you can see in carbohydrate, that is a carbon. Protein is made up of amino acids. In our body there are 20 different types of amino acids are present, in which again you can see the presence of carbon. Nucleic acid, DNA and RNA, all these things made up of carbon, DNA and RNA. Again they contain the ribose sugar. So ribose sugar means carbohydrate, and they contain the carbon. So we can say that carbon having the unique nature, that is 70% of our body is made up of carbon only. So next part of this lesson is catenation, and remember that this type of question will come for 2 marks. What is catenation? So it is the property to which carbon can form bonds with other atoms of carbon. So the property of the catenation. And because again I am repeating that is having the very small size, so they can form the strong covalent bond. So again what is covalent bond, student? Already मैंने आपको पहले बताया था. Covalent bond means sharing of electron. So take one example of carbon. Catenation means they can form self repeating, means carbon. So they can combine n number of carbon units, carbon. So this type of property is known as catenation. Remember that in 118 element, few elements contain this type of property, like sulfur. So one element is sulfur. Sulfur can combine with only 8 element, maximum 8 element. But you can see in carbon n number of more than 1000 carbon unit can combine together, and that property is known as catenation. Sulfur maximum 8. That's why sulfur having the formula as 8. Some property also phosphorus, they can combine with 4 phosphorus unit, but you can see in carbon then they can combine with n number of carbon units. So that property is known as catenation. So it is the property to do which carbon can form bonds with other atoms of carbon. So the property of catenation to maximum extent because it is small in size and form strong covalent bond, and that property is known as catenation. Next one is tetravalency of carbon. So tetravalency, what is meaning of tetra? So student, tetra means 4. Like carbon monoxide, mono means 1, or single, di means 2, tri means 3, and tetra means 4. So already we saw that carbon having the tetravalency means valence of carbon is 4. So how can you draw this structure? Like methane. So molecular formula of methane is CH4. It is a tetravalency. It is a carbon having valency 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is a tetravalency 1, 2, 3, 4. And hydrogen also require 1 electron to complete their octet. So that's why their valency is 1. So that's why carbon having the tetravalency. And remember that carbon can combine with other elements like oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, and halogen. So that is a unique property of carbon, that carbon can form the maximum compound in this earth because carbon having the valency is 4. They can form the small size. They having the catenation property. That's why carbon is so special. And remember that again I am repeating that everything is made up of carbon in this earth, and total 118 element, but we have to study about the carbon. So the answer is that why we have to study about the carbon, because carbon is so special. So next part of this lesson is classification of hydrocarbon. So what is hydrocarbon? Before going for that part, we have to study about some interesting concepts like covalent bond. So already we saw that covalent bond, but we can see some other property like hydrogen, H2. So hydrogen atomic number is 1. So student, every element. Student, so what is covalent bond? Already we saw that covalent bond means sharing of electron between two atoms. So some example we have to see that in this part, single covalent bond. Why it is called single covalent bond? Take one example like hydrogen. So hydrogen, student, atomic number is 1. So every element want to complete their octet. So we know that first cell contain 2 electrons. So hydrogen having atomic number is 1. So again one hydrogen will come, and that time you can see again 1 electron. So there is always sharing of electron. Covalent means cooperative. There is always sharing. So hydrogen, that is 2 electron, you can see hydrogen having a 2 electrons. Again this hydrogen having the 2 electrons. So there is single sharing. So we can draw this structure like H and this H. That's why it is called single covalent bond. Single sharing. Take another example like chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17. Do electronic configuration, that is 287. So outermost shell contain 7 electrons. So we have to draw again how many electrons? 7 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So again chlorine also want to complete their octet. So again one chlorine will come together. That is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So again chlorine want to complete their octet. Again sharing of electron, you can see here. That is how many electron? 2 plus 2, 4, 6, and 8. 8 electron. Similarly chlorine again. There is a sharing of electrons. Another example of single covalent bonds. So that is Cl and Cl. That is single covalent bond. So some example of single covalent bond is H2 and Cl2. So whenever anyone asks why chlorine is diatomic, why hydrogen is diatomic, because they always share the electron, that is H2 and Cl2. Take another example where the sharing of electron, that is 2. So take another example like oxygen, O2. Why oxygen is diatomic? So again take explanation part. It is oxygen atomic number is 8. Do electronic configuration same way like hydrogen, 2 and 6. So again student, you can see oxygen also want to complete their octet. They require how many electron? 6. Outermost shell contains 6 electron, but they require how many electron? 2 electron to complete their octet. So again we have to draw the structure of oxygen: 2, 4 and 6. Again one oxygen will come: 2, 4 and 6. So every element want to complete their octet. So now you can see the sharing of electron. Now you can see. So 4 plus 2 6 plus 2 8. Same way. So sharing of electron, there are 2 sharing of electrons. So that's why we can draw the structure 4 double bond 4. That's why oxygen having the double bond. So there is always sharing of electrons, and that's why we have to write always oxygen is a diatomic molecule because they contain 2 atoms. That's why oxygen is diatomic molecule. And last we can see the third part, that is sharing of 3 electrons, that is nitrogen. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. Do electronic configuration same way like oxygen 2 6. So nitrogen having atomic number is 7. So electronic configuration is 2 and 5. So student, you can see nitrogen contain 5 electron in outermost shell. So how many electron required to complete their octet? 3. Because either they can donate 5 electron or gain 3 electron. So they will require how many electron? They require 3 electron to complete their octet. That's why their valency is 3. So we can draw the structure like nitrogen having the outermost shell how many electron? 5 electron. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Total 5 electron. Again one nitrogen will come together. So there is sharing of electron between the atom. And remember that always there is equal sharing. यहाँ पे देखो ये भी 2 equal sharing, इसका भी 2 है. इसमें भी total कितने sharing हम लोग करेंगे? We can see that total how many electron required to complete their octet? 8. So 3 plus 3 6 and also having the 2 electrons here. So 3 plus 3 6 plus 2 8. Same way nitrogen require also 8 electrons. So 3 plus 3 6 plus 2 8. So equal sharing of electrons. Always remember that in covalent bond is always equal sharing of electron. But how many electrons they are sharing? 3 electrons. So that's why we can draw the structure nitrogen having the triple bond and triple bond N. And it is also diatomic molecule. So nitrogen is also diatomic molecule. So student, we saw that the different types of structure. We started with why carbon is so special, why we have to study about the carbon compounds. Next part we saw that what type of bond, chemical bond, then covalent bond and ionic bond, what are the properties of ionic bond, then covalent bond, then we have to draw the some structure of single covalent bond, double covalent bond and triple covalent bond. So next part of this lesson is very interesting. We will see this part in next class.